these are in no particular order, so I'm just going to get straight into it. And the first one is True Blood. Now, the concept around True Blood I absolutely love, especially the fact that they are in a world where people actually, everyone knows that vampires exist, which is a very different take to a lot of the other supernatural based programs out there where it's all kept hidden and secret within just like a handful of people. The problem with True Blood was after a while, they started killing off a lot of the main characters. And whilst, yes, that does happen in a lot of programs, and that's absolutely fine, there wasn't time to mourn the character as a viewer, where you get really, you find a character that you really like could be in your top three or what have you. They kill them off, and you're meant to have a period where you can mourn them a little bit. But they just moved so quickly onto, oh, it's another main character that's dead, and then another one, and it was just being this constant thing. And I'm just like, after a while, I lost the connection with the program, and the very very ending I thought wrapped things up quite nicely. But as a whole, I don't know if I want to watch it again because I loved everything leading up to it. Do I want to go through all that again to have that ending? The second one is Lost, and yeah, it kind of lost the plot quite a bit. Now, I did like that it went from a plane crash, like stuck out in the island, to finding this secret bunker, and you had to put in this code, otherwise big consequences will happen. I thought, you know what, that's something that's actually a bit different. I quite like that. But then it just kept getting weirder and weirder, and there were points where I thought, do I want to actually continue watching this? I was very tempted to switch off, but at the same time, I was so invested in the program and in a lot of the characters that I was like, no, I need to see how this ends. And then I saw the ending, and it was like a punch in the gut. I was like, really? The third program is Riverdale. Now, I know it is based on the Archie comics, and so I think there is a little bit of benefit of the doubt there that it does make sense with that. However, how it's sort of the first couple of seasons come across is marketed very, very differently. And again, you get invested in the characters. They come up with these great storylines so that it's a bit more than just a teen drama. And then it just turns absolutely insane. And one of the things that started bugging me was how many musical episodes they had. I thought some of them were quite clever. I like the idea of adding in these songs and what have you, but it got too much. And again, similar to Lost, I was invested enough to want to know what was going on, but it was so far out for me that what I ended up doing was just skipping the episodes and just looking up the plot online just to see, okay, this is what's happening, and that they went back in time. And so I then just went to the very, very last episode just to see. I just want to see it all wrapped up. But yeah, I just, oh no, keep the first few seasons, concentrate it into that, or go straight into that comic world with all the superpowers and what have you. It just didn't make sense to me. This one, I hate to add it to the list, but it's the OC. I do still actually quite like it. But season 4, once Marissa died, it changed so completely, and then they rushed the ending, and it just got a bit too weird in places as well. It just completely changed what was all great about the program. I did like the earthquake at the end. I thought it was a nice way to wrap it up and had some drama to it. I did find that quite exciting to watch. But yeah, it just got a bit too much, a bit too out there. So I'm not. Yeah, I do still watch it all through though. The last one, and I'm sorry to say this because one of my favourite programs is Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but it's actually the spin-off Angel that I have a bit of an issue with. Again, the concept is great, the characters are great. There's a lot of fantastic tick boxing with that, but the storylines just it didn't have the same magic as the first couple of seasons. Everything with Connor, I did really like his character, especially because I watched it when I was a teenager myself, so I kind of just got into that character a little bit. But it is a bit weird. And what they did to Cordelia's character was just not great. And then season 5, I thought they actually started wrapping things up quite nicely, where they took over Wolfram and Hart, having Spike come over from Buffy. I thought there was a lot of good with that, but again, it just then went completely out there with what happened with Fred, and the whole ending just went so quick, and how it ended in the alleyway. And I'm just like, oh, and I think we can forgive a lot of it for knowing that there's like a whole comic book series and so many other things that have happened since then. And of course, we're getting a revival Buffy the Vampire Slayer series, but yeah, I do still watch Angel again, and if I start watching it, I will see through it to the end. I just get a bit like, it just feels like a bit of a slog. So that's my 5 there. Do you have any yourself that you either gave up watching or you just weren't happy with? Obviously, opinions are completely welcome. You are entitled to not like a show or really like one. Just don't get nasty about it.